April 14th, 2011. The end of the regular season means one thing. The postseason is officially here. And as we look back at the regular season, we've went slightly backwards, as I previously mentioned. We were only one game away from the Oklahoma City Thunder, who won the Northwest Division. The Lakers won the Pacific Division. The Celtics, by 8 games, won the Atlantic Division. By 8 games, Chicago won the Central Division by 5 games, with Cleveland and Milwaukee making the playoffs. Miami went 60-22 to take the league's best record, and the Dallas Mavericks took the West Conference with 53-29, 2 wins ahead of Houston and 8 wins ahead of Utah. Here's the Western Conference. As you can see, Dallas, Houston, OKC, LA, us, Memphis and Golden State are tied for the 7th seed and also the 8th seed as well. But there is the postseason awards. LeBron wins his first MVP for Miami and his 3rd MVP in a row. He went 3 back-to-back. Evan Turner wins the Rookie of the Year. I disagree with that. If you've been following along, you'll know that John Wall and myself had better seasons than Evan Turner. He had slightly more points, slightly more assists and rebounds and steals. How on earth did Evan Turner win the Rookie of the Year and not me? Josh Childress wins the 6th Man of the Year, with Josh Smith winning Defensive Player of the Year. That should have went to Dwight Howard. I don't agree with that, or Marcus Camby, because Camby, when it comes to blocks and rebounds, had a much better season. Jordan Farmar from the Toronto Raptors wins the Most Improved Player, and Eric Spoelstra wins the Coach of the Year. But that's some BS with Evan Turner winning Rookie of the Year. Here's the playoff bracket, and there's confirmation that we are playing the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round. And that's not good. That's probably the worst matchup that you want, because LA are the reigning champs and we have to face them in the first round, and also they have home court advantage because they're the highest seed. As you can see, Atlanta made it, Cleveland made it, Milwaukee made it, all in the East, and in the West, Utah made it. We've got Golden State and Memphis, they all made it. Boston faces New York, and there's all the headlines. I did win the Rookie of the Month with John Wall, but that wasn't enough to win the Rookie of the Year. But you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm going for the championship.
And Pau Gasol with his pregame routine. Here we are in the first round of the NBA playoffs. It's Game 1 here in the West. It's Mark Kellogg. This is Kevin Hunt. Welcome, everyone. It's the Portland Trailblazers taking on the Los Angeles.
So this is it, Game 1 of the postseason of the NBA playoffs. Game 1 of the first round against LA. The worst matchup that we could have had, and we get off to a hot start already in the first half. The key to winning this game and ultimately this series is defense. Obviously Kobe's going to be Kobe. He's going to be going off for at least 25 in this game, but we're going to try and somehow neutralize everyone else. We're going to try and neutralize Pau Gasol, Ron Artest, Derek Fisher, LaMarcus Aldridge driving baseline for a pump fake all the way for the right-handed slam. We actually had our best first quarter of the entire season so far in this first game. We were able to shut them down. We were playing some great basketball. Look at that and one contact layup for LaMarcus Aldridge, and we are already starting to put a gap on the Lakers. They weren't ready. They were just caught off guard by our hot start. But like everything else in the playoffs, you don't win a game in the first quarter. As you can see, Brandon Roy with a shot, and it goes in and out, but we actually have a 12-point lead as we enter the second. Greg Oden, with the defensive possession and goes up with the slam, fast break. He might be the slowest man on the court, but he's the first man to the basket. Look at that court vision by Rudy Fernandez. And we're slowly but surely extending our lead, but midway through the second, LA started to have a mental run, which ended up being a 14-2 run, As you can see, I'm coming in through the player passer to Greg Oden. Greg Oden with a hot step layup goes slightly in, and the Lakers are starting to close the gap. As you can see now, it's a 4-point game. It was 12 points. Greg Oden's wide open. He's going to pull up in Pau Gasol's face. But the Lakers are the reigning champs for a reason. Kobe doesn't contest Brandon Roy in time. That's a swish. And the lead was 7. Now it's only 2. Lamar Odom passes inside to Matt Barnes. And Matt Barnes is a Kobe-esque shot. And the game is tied at 41. But this is what we expected. You can't win a playoff game in the first quarter. They eventually are going to come back anyway. Andrew Bynum there with a late shot there. And the Lakers are in the lead. It was by 1, but with Andrew's shot, it's now by 3. I try and get a bit of a cheeky 3-point play, but we end the second.
And the first half is now in the books.
Kobe having just a fantastic game. 15 points, and he's come away with a lot of steals in this. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
Live from the Staples Center, you're watching.
Welcome, everyone, to HP at the half. Round 1 of the playoffs is underway. Checking out the leading scorers from both sides.
The game's not over as we head towards the second quarter, and we're down by 5. Brandon Roy comes off the screen. He misses, but LaMarcus Aldridge cleans up after him. But LA in the third slightly maintained the lead. As you can see, we're down by 3. But it was a contrast of two halves as Nicholas Batum drives baseline for a slam. And as you can see, wide open for 3 right there. And Kobe just doesn't contest him. We're closing the gap, and now the glove is on the other hand. LA are in the lead, and we're trying to close it down. I thought that was a 3, but Brandon Roy shot a 2 there. And we're trailing by 2, 54-56. Look at me, wide open on the left-hand side. I regain the lead for my team. Look at me, I was wide open there. Ulster left me wide open, but look at Ron Artest getting that steal, and Kobe all the way for the slam. That caught me off by surprise right there. We have to call timeout, and we have a 3-point lead as we run a 52-up play here. As you can see, Brandon Roy is going to come off the screen to LaMarcus Aldridge. As you can see, he passes to Jeff Pendergraph. I don't think he's going to have enough time. He's going to miss out by just a couple of attempts. And we end the third up by 3. Now it's time to close this game out. But the Lakers are the reigning champs, so the game's not over. It's never over. Brandon Roy with a crossover move, drives all the way, slams on both Ron Artest and Pau Gasol. He gives Andrew Bynum a mean crossover, pull-up jump shot from the left side, and the lead is now up to 4. As you can see, Greg Oden tries to do something, passes off to LaMarcus Aldridge. Brandon Roy, Rudy Fernandez for 3. And that game gives us a 6-point lead. And Rudy Fernandez with a defensive steal as well. And we have to go to the line for an extra 2. Double screen right there. Rudy Fernandez with a 3. He slightly misses his release, but it goes in. And now we're extending the lead. But they do come back. They always come back. Nicholas Batum was a little bit hesitant with his drive to the paint. Now it's a 4-point game. I have Pau Gasol on me. That's a mismatch. A pull-up jump shot in Kobe's face. 6-point lead. But now this is crunch time. Here Kobe was wide open. What am I doing? I shouldn't have jumped for that. He did a pump fake. I fell for it. And now it's down to 1. Brandon Roy is wide open. This is going to be for the game. He misses that 3. And this is it. This is all about defense. Kobe, we're both there. Kobe misses. Kobe misses, and it looks like they're going to foul. They fouled me once. They fouled me again. And now it's time to end this game at the free throw line. First one puts us up by 1. Some big free throws in the first game of the playoffs. Second one, I don't miss. I don't mess around. LA try and inbound it to go to overtime. They're going to Kobe. Brandon Roy's there. He blocks Kobe. And that's game 1 of the playoffs. We win 91-88. We take game 1 at Staples. LaMarcus Aldridge at 23-4-5-2. I had 16-2, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. We played an excellent game from a defensive standpoint. However, Kobe had 32.